Hello, welcome back to Blue Harvest Vintage Toys. We're going to have issue 9 of Build Your Own X-Wing today. I've not been shopping lately, so I'm just going to do a video on issue 9 of Building Your Own X-Wing. Look at the size of that. I mean, I've got quite a big hand, but that is going to be enormous. I'm not sure I have the room to build it all, actually, but I'm going to do it. I have been in touch with DeAgostini again to try and get them to at least give me a couple of issues free, just to help me along, because at £10 a week, they're pretty expensive, but this model is going to be totally worth it. I mean, the size of it is just going to be ridiculous. I'm going to have to buy. I'm going to have to find a bigger box to put all these bits in. As today, the wing is going to be attached to that. So issue 9, as you can see, let's move this over. Put that there for now. Recreating the X-Wing, starting the Empire Strikes Back. I don't understand that, but. I suppose they had to rebuild the X-Wing when they was doing the Empire Strikes, because all the sets are probably being destroyed. I know they had to rebuild the Millennium Falcon. So I suppose it's pilots, starfighter races. So we've got on Anakin, and I don't know why it's just bump really, isn't it? Does anybody actually read all these? Luke's robotic hand, I did want to have a tattoo put on the hand. If anybody's tattooist out there wants to do that for me, make Luke's robotic hand, that would be pretty cool. Hair speeder. It's a car. It's not a starfighter. So here we go. What we've got today is that leading edge support bracket. Plant-on detail, and 2 lots of screws. They look the same, but they're not. So I might have to check back with those to see which we use first. I do prefer using screws and then glue. I've mentioned that before. Take the assemble from stage 8, which is the wing. What we did last week. All the components fit this time. I'll just put that there. We'll move it over as and when. So what we do is, number 2, we have fit the 2 pins on the back of the small plant-on detail onto the holes in the triangular leading edge support this way up. I have been watching other people try and build this, and they have complained that you can't actually. His thumb's there. You can't actually see. It says this way up, but it's showing you. I'm assuming it's like that. Let's just see. I mean, yeah, because that sprue there is wider than that one. So there we go. Why doesn't he just say that? You know what I mean? It's. But all in all, it is a quite good build. The Millennium Falcon had issues. He had to go back and rejig things, like the quad laser canopy and things like that. But I mean, I've started other builds like the DeLorean, which wasn't DeAgostini, it was something else, but I did start that, and I just couldn't do it. I think I might have mentioned it before, but I just couldn't do it. It wouldn't fit together. The wheels wouldn't hold on. I had total issues with it, and I tried my best, but I just stopped buying it. So number 3, press the detail in flush, which I've done. Fit the bracket. I hope it looks like. fit the bracket on the back of the leading edge support onto the engine mount in this position. And again, it just doesn't. I'm assuming it's like that. And you use an XW02 screw, which is one of the larger pack. If I can get that in. So it's good that you're actually screwing, even though they're plastic, you're actually screwing them in place as opposed to using excessive amounts of glue. I mean, you can use glue as well to keep it in place, but screws are going to keep it in place anyway. So there you go, that's that. Align the engine mount with the end of the wing, which is quite fortunate because I want to turn the page over. So you must screw those next. Yeah, you're all just aligning it, so you'll need to screw. Fit together parts, align the mounters together, shown in steps 8 and 9, and use the X2 screws again. So it looks like there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 screws. Yeah. See if I can pick this up and pop them in without having to put it down. No, it's not going to happen. So I'm going to get that one in just to hold it all together, to be honest with you. There you go. There, that's the first one done. Make sure it's quite tight. I don't think you'll need to take it off again. So the next ones, I can put it down. I can put the screws nice and. So it does say add 4 more screws. Yeah, just making sure. You never know. Should have put these 2 in first, but never mind. You get the idea. So those are, that's pretty straightforward. Nothing going wrong yet. It touches wood. One more. Sorry about the shadows. It's even though it's still daytime, it's really rather dark. So I've had to put the light on. I hope you can see okay. I've tried to put the camera a bit closer so you can actually see a bit better. So there you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's fitted on pretty well. The first wing is coming together. That completes the assembly. Do not put a screw in the remaining hole in the support bracket. Oh, hang on. Have we missed something here? Yeah, sorry. I'm looking. I'm straight over here. I'm still on here. Oh, dear. Yeah, align the support bracket and engine mount. I thought I had a few bits left. So that goes in there. So you're getting metal with the plastic, which is good. Press it in place. All right. Another tight squeeze. Yeah, on the video I was watching on the build, the guy was having trouble with the. There you go. With these parts, where are they? Oh, that part there. He was having the same trouble I did with getting it actually in. I think it's totally in, to be honest with you, but it should be. Okay. Yeah, still a bit sticking out there, but we will glue that at one stage. Right, so that's in. It does need screwing, even though it's quite secure. So you've got two XWO2 screws in those two holes, and you'll have the smaller ones going in there, I would have thought. So that's what it probably means. You're screwing these two in, and I don't know why you've got that, to be honest with you, but you always get one extra screw, and they do build up. I do have a box of screws from the Millennium Falcon, quite a number of screws left over from the Millennium Falcon, which is quite alarming, really. It's all built right. So yeah, I think you just put the one in. Oh, you do put two in. Yeah, you do put two in. Do not put a screw in the remaining hole on the support bracket. Oh, in that one. That's what that means. Yeah, not like it's a screw. Anyway, you got 4 in there anyway, so yeah, consider it. Yeah, it's a sport bracket, so one of these. So I've got 2 left. 2 left over from a little extras box. So you never know when you might lose one further on in the build, and you're desperate for a little screw. Excuse me. Yeah, and you've got some spares then. So that's firmly in place. That's getting quite heavy now. It'd be nice when the engine's on there. I mean, if I put the laser housing on as well, you can see, just getting to see how big this is going to be. So yeah, you don't put a screw in the last one there. Can you see that? Sorry about the line. Because I think you will get a panel to put over there, and you'll probably screw straight onto that. Or part of the engine, I don't know. We'll find out. The completed assembly looks like this. Da, 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 da. Yep. We'll start building the sublight engines onto your engine mount in the next few stages. Engine there. So that's it for issue 9. Again, issue 10, creating a Starship Fleet for The Empire Strikes Back, which is going back to what's in the beginning of the year. Starfighter Aces, Antok Merrick. I don't know who that is, but Merrick seems to ring a bell, but I want to find out what that is. Sublight engine mountings and details. So we're going to be building onto the sublight engine. I'm just going to show you with the laser mount. I don't think I'm going to have to pull the camera out, I think, for that, because it's getting rather massive now. I've got that right way around here, because yeah, it fits on there. So that's quite difficult to show because it's getting so big now. Yeah. Oh, sorry, no, not the camera. So you get the point that it is getting massive. Pretty tough for that coming on now, and that's not going to fit in that box now. So I definitely need a bigger box, but I'll use that as well. So I hope you enjoyed that. issue 9. Already on to issue 10 next week. And I'm hoping that I can carry. I did get this from the newsagent that said they're going to keep hold of them. He hadn't had the last couple, and they're actually still there. So I'm a bit wary, because I've been getting them from WH Smiths in different places. But hopefully D'Agostino will get back to me and send me a few. That would be very nice of them. I would like the Luke pilot, but I'm not going to pay the extra pound a week or whatever it is to get the extra bits. I'll show you them. Where are they? I mean, you're getting all these extra bits. I would like the mount, because I say it's too big for me, so it would have to be mounted on the wall for me. So you're getting all these extra bits, which I'm not going to use anyway, because I will be mounting it on the wall. What I do want is the Luke pilot. But having said that, I've got a Luke figure, a vintage figure that I could easily pop in there. A vintage Luke would fit in there. Obviously the R2-D2, which is there, does light up when that fits in. So that's going to be the R2. But yeah, maybe using a vintage Luke in the canopy, in the cockpit. I might try and get one and fit him in. See how he goes. It might be just a bit big, but we'll find out. So I'll keep you posted on that one. Thank you all for watching, and be back for issue 9 next week. Issue 10, sorry, next week. And until then, may the toys be with you.